Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to Gamerjoob, and welcome back to our Five Nights at Freddy's character concept series. So in today's video, the character we'll be looking into is Circus Chica. So we'll be going through this character's backstory, gameplay mechanics, location, and all that good stuff as well. But before doing any of that, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe to Gamerjoob as it helps out a lot and it's greatly appreciated. As always, I will just state that this is not linked to the overall universe and lore of FNAF, nor is this what's going to exactly happen in the Secret of the Mimic. This is just a made up story solely for entertainment purposes, so keep that in mind and enjoy the video. But alrighty, with that all out of the way, let's get the character concept of Circus Chica. So previously in our Five Nights at Freddy's character concept series, we've been looking into the mysterious events that have taken place at the FNAF Circus. This was a popular circus back in the 70s that featured multiple mascot characters. At first glance, you'd think that there were people inside these material mascot suits, but they were actually animatronic endoskeletons. These specific models were among the first versions ever created. Although they were quite a simplistic design, the characters that were fitted over the top of them were full of personality. So the characters we've met so far have been Circus Freddy and Circus Bonnie. Both of these characters had their own unique personality and assigned area at the circus, but the main thing they both have in common is the tragic incidents they both suffered. Each character was mysteriously attacked and left in a horrible state. The night guard hasn't got a clue as to how these incidents happen. Hopefully the mystery around these events will reveal itself in the future. But for now, there's more mascot characters that we have yet to reveal. Speaking of, let's meet our next circus character. So the next mascot we're introducing is Circus Chica. Circus Chica is a bright and happy chicken who loves to eat. Her design is also very colourful and fun. She can be seen sporting pink leggings, a bright green skirt, fun vest and tie, and a big crazy hairstyle and party hat. As it was previously stated, Circus Chica loves food, so much so that she's the proud mascot of Chica's Snack Shack. This was the area of the circus that sold all the food and drinks to all the visitors. Some of Chica's favourite snacks are cotton candy, popcorn, french fries, and ice cream. But of course, she couldn't actually eat any of these foods. With the 1970s mascots not having mouths, the workers would often find food crammed up against the endoskeleton's faceplate. Day after day, they would need to clean up Chica's messy endo. It was almost like she wanted a functioning mouth, just so she could eat and chew all the food. But with the endo's solid faceplate, that just wasn't an option. So instead, she'd just have to be happy serving all the visitors and handing out the sweet treats. But aside from working at the Snack Shack, Chica would also perform in The Daily Show with Circus Freddy and Bonnie. All three of them put on a show for all the guests. Each character would have their own gimmick and talent. Circus Freddy would juggle multiple items, Circus Bonnie would balance himself on tightropes and other objects, and Chica would put on more of a clown and circus routine. She would use her funny squirt bottle and spray the audience and the other members of the act. Since the animatronics were built quite solid, getting wet really wasn't an issue. So the daily circus act with the three mascot characters was a smash success. Some would say out of all the games, rides, and food, the circus act is really what they enjoyed the most. So overall, Circus Chica was considered to be a great character at Fall Fest. But as it always is with these poor animatronics, the joy and happiness would eventually come to a tragic end. One by one, each of the mascot characters were getting picked off to be terribly damaged and corrupted. And whatever mysterious presence is causing these incidents now has their eye on Circus Chica. And little did she know, she was about to have her one wish granted in all the wrong ways. So now we return back to the Night Guard. They've been on high alert ever since Circus Freddy and Bonnie were severely damaged. They didn't want this tragic outcome to happen to any of the other mascots. So the Night Guard didn't let Circus Chica out of their sights. But they couldn't do this forever. Eventually they would need to complete their list of jobs before the night was over. So with that in mind, they decided to do the next best thing. They placed Circus Chica inside a storage room and barricaded the door shut. Surely nothing was getting inside, but they'd have to wait and see as the night went on. So as always, the Night Guard completed their first task of locking the front gates. After they crossed off that job, that's when they heard a loud crash. There was no way. Surely something couldn't have happened to Circus Chica already. They were only gone for a couple of minutes. Regardless, they need to rush over and investigate. When they arrived, the door was ripped clean off its hinges, and as they aimed their flashlight, that's when they saw her. What on earth has happened to Circus Chica? Her body was ripped and torn all over, but the most disturbing thing of all was her face. Her animatronic endo head has been split in two. It's almost like she now has a makeshift mouth, and inside this mouth were jagged shards of metal. They almost resemble teeth. What on earth could have done this to Chica? Whatever it was will stop at nothing to destroy and corrupt all of the mascots. Regardless, the night guard's shift was over and they needed to put Chica back in a safe place. Hopefully tomorrow night she won't be hunting down the night guard like all the others, but they won't know until tomorrow. So before they know it, their next shift has started. Before they start their shift, the night guard thought it would be best to check on Circus Chica. And just as they suspected, Chica was nowhere to be seen. They had a bad feeling about this, but they need to get their job done before the night is over. So they went about doing all their assigned jobs. And it didn't take long for Circus Chica to appear. With her new mouth filled with sharp metal, she looked like she was ready to take a bite out of the night guard. And for all they know, that's exactly what she had in mind. So the player would need to avoid Circus Chica at all costs. If they let her get too close, then it would be all over. Whenever they see her, they would need to have a special item at the ready. The player would equip some of the cotton candy from the snack shack. They would then need to throw it towards Circus Chica and she would eat it. But the sticky cotton candy would get stuck in Chica's metal mouth. She'd spend a few moments trying to get rid of the sugary mess. This would act like a sort of stun ability and give the player a few more moments to get away. But they would need to use them sparingly. There was only so much cotton candy and they can easily run out. And if they did run out, they would need to do their best to survive. Because if they weren't careful, then they'd be greeted with a deadly jump scare. So I think that Circus Chica would be another great addition to the Fall Fest circus. Her terrifying metal mouth filled with jagged sharp teeth would definitely be intimidating towards the player. They would need to do everything they can to avoid having a chunk bitten out of them. I think that the idea of the cotton candy stun ability would be helpful, but if the player uses too many and they aren't careful, then they'll end up being Circus Chica's favourite new snack. Alrighty everyone, well that's all we have for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribing, as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. As always, let us know what you thought of Circus Chica and what you'd like to see going forward. Also, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in and watching today's video. Your viewership and support means the world to us, and we are so glad to be back in the FNAF character concept series. We've definitely got loads more exciting stories and characters to show in the future, so be sure to join us in the next video. But until then, I'll catch you later, bye.